Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews and another horror movie night. Tonight, I will be reviewing Dead Snow, released in 2009. Directed by Tommy Wirkola, from a script by Wirkola and Stig Frode Henriksen. Starring Vegar Hoel, Stig Frode Henriksen, Charlotte Frogner, Lasse Valdal, Kasseth Rosten, Jeppe Laursen, Jenny Skavlan, Dahl Torp, Bjorn Sundquist, and Orjan Gamst. Now, this is not my first Tommy Wirkola film that I am reviewing on this channel. Prior to this one, I reviewed Violent Night, and I reviewed more recently Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters. But this is the first time I'm reviewing one of his early films that wasn't in English. This film is all spoken in Norwegian. So it might not be for everybody because you have to read subtitles throughout it. But I'm not always bothered with that. If the film is good enough and it has a good enough premise to it, I'm fine with that. So, when it started, I was like, shit, subtitles. And as it turns out, I guess there's a dubbed version. I found out about that later after I had already watched but to be honest, I think this film works well with its real Norwegian dialogue in it. The characters in this are a group of medical students going up to this cabin in the snow to have this little fun time out there, and have snow fights, and they have this little thing where they ride on the back of the snowmobile with this inflatable tube, and it all looks real fun, unless you don't like the cold, which I'm not a big fan of the cold, but it still looked like it was fun. And whenever it snowed around here, which hasn't been very often, and it's not very thick in Arkansas, but I've been known to go out and get into a few snowball fights and everything. It makes you regret it later because your hands are numb as hell after that, but it's fun nonetheless for the time you're doing it. And that's exactly what they do in here. Everything is fun until they realize that they have a little treasure box with a bunch of treasures that were the property of these nasty, nutsy characters led by their leader, Herzog. Played excellently in this film by Orjan Gamst. And as soon as the Nazi zombie characters pop up in this film, I immediately had deja vu, because this is not the first Nazi zombie movie. There was one called Shockwaves back in the 70s. And I remember that one quite well and have it in my collection right now. So as soon as, I saw that this was about something like this, I knew I was going to get a little bit of deja vu to that. But the snow around these Nazi zombie characters is such an excellent visual. Especially scenes of them coming out of the snow, coming up out of the snow. And the makeup on the zombies is very well done. Now, I was wondering as I went into this film whether or not are these zombies to where they're gonna, when they bite the people, are the people just gonna join the Nazis and help the Nazis and everything? They're gonna become, their zombie assistants and stuff. But as it turns out, these zombies just devour people. They don't turn them into zombies themselves. So I was kind of relieved by that fact, because I really liked some of these characters, especially the character played by Lasse Valdal. His character was so cool and so likable in here. I mean, and I guess it kind of helps that the character has some long hair. And I'm a fan of long hair on a character, especially if the character is cool. And he was pretty cool. And he was tough. I liked how when the zombies attacked him, I was worried about him. I was like, oh my God. Not one of my favorite characters here. Come on. And the way he fought against these zombie Nazis was cool as hell. And it's surprising that a lot of the other characters that I was... Vegar Holt's Martin earlier in the story does this whole weird thing where he puts a knit beanie-like thing and pulls it over his girlfriend's face and then puts a pillow over her face. That don't make me like you, dude. You're trying to smother this poor girl and everything. So, yeah. But it really surprised me later on when Martin did do some stuff, and then he had some few little throwback things to Evil Dead with Ash in here, and there's a lot of references to other films. This is at a cabin, so it's got a lot of Evil Dead little bits in it and everything that is pretty cool. But overall, I really, really enjoyed this film. In fact, out of all of Tommy Wirkola's films, I have not disliked any of them. So maybe this guy is the kind of a director for me. Is he for you? I don't know. But I just loved the brutality of this film and the violence when it happens. Really satisfied the horror fanatic in me. So if you want some carnage candy, Dead Snow is the ticket for you. So, my final review for Dead Snow from 2009. I am going to give this film a 9.5 out of 10. This was excellent. And, after a while, I wasn't even bothered by the subtitles and everything. So like I said, even when I found out that there could be a dubbed version out there, I don't even think I want to watch it. I think I enjoy it the way it is. Anyway, what do you guys think of Dead Snow? Do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Let me know in those comments down below. And as usual, if you enjoyed this video, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to click that bell icon so you can be notified about future videos just like this one. And while you're by the subscribe button, click that join button and become a Dark Knight fan. As a Dark Knight Fan Plus member, you have access to a post right now on the channel where you can request a film, TV series, or a ranking video of your choosing. And when I do that, it'll go up on the Plus area for all Plus members to view prior to it going live on the channel. So if you want to get interactive, now's the time. Well, that's it for another horror movie night. If you missed last week's horror movie night video, you can check it out in the link above. Or if you have missed any of our videos on Horror Movie Night, check out this playlist and you can check out anything that you've missed.